Yeah.
London town, what's going on? Planet Earth, wherever you're listening from,
Yeah,
you're now officially locked in.
Why
to Off the
Planet
Fence
Earth?
podcast.
Why Planet Earth, man?
What's wrong with Planet Earth?
Where else are we?
He said London, then Planet Earth. I just want to know. We going in size?
Why
Like,
are you
what's
judging-
going on?
Why are you judging me?
Southern Hemisphere.
Why are you judging me?
I'm not judging you, man. I
Why are
love
you
you,
judging
man.
me?
I
Who
love
we
you,
got
bro.
in the building?
Who's here?
Ooh,
Who's
that
here?
was a deep voice
It
there,
was still
isn't it?
mad deep.
Yeah, go on. You might as well
It's
introduce
after 10,
yourself.
that's right.
Oh, it's after 10. You said it's after 10. Ladies, if you get that text now, that voice note, you know where it's come
Hey!
Time to put on that Barry White.
from. Exactly. He's speaking like the guy from Sister Act 2 before 10, like
guy.
when Jesus walked.
Oh, happy
And then now it's
day.
after 10. It's like, oh, baby.
When Jesus
Nah, man. Listen. you
Hey,
got
that note that
you
he
got
hits
myself, Max in the building.
Hey.
Myself, Super J, they are.
Hey, and K the awful, though they're going to throw out my government, so I'll just put it out here. Cobbs, what's good?
Don't know.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
What's
Nah,
going
he's out here.
on? It's been a long time coming. We're here. You are locked into Off the
Finally,
Fence
man.
podcast. Guys, we're here.
And girls.
Well, there's no girls in the room, but I'm talking to you guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're here.
Mike's is drunk texting, so we don't even know. So,
I was reading the WhatsApp message.
oh, okay. Drunk text.
Yeah.
Drunk text.
Nah,
Mad.
man. I'm not
Okay,
drunk yet.
Cool.
I just text my main chick.
Jeez. And sides. So Nando's. What's
Hello,
on?
I ain't
Mad.
coming. Shout out Ty Dolla $ign. That was a tune.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So anyway, you're officially locked into Off the Fence podcast.
Yeah.
We're here to just talk and just,
Just do what we do.
you know, we're there. 100%.
Yeah,
This
man.
quick disclaimer. If you're easily offended, it's most likely if you are offended, then you're who we're talking about. But yeah, if you are offended,
true.
then you shouldn't really listen to this this thing.
It's true.
We're not out here to worry about your feelings.
If you're
We don't
offended,
care
stop
that
being
much.
fisted on the weekends by a guy named Barry from accounting.
Don't know. Man like Barry.
Where
Hold tight
that
Barry, that's
came
my
from,
G
but-
still. Hold tight Barry, that's my G.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, this Mount Gay's getting to me still.
Yeah, but same. We've been
That
sipping
sounded
for a
mad,
bit.
you know.
sounds mad. Talk about
We've been sipping for
Yo.
a bit. Pause. Pause.
Yeah.
Been sipping
Yeah.
for a minute. But yeah, so we're here. As I said, disclaimer: you might find some things offensive. If you're offended, get your nipples out your twist, get the sand out your vagina. As
Send
my
us an email.
my esteemed,
Yeah, send us an email. It's at go on, what we
What
Off
is
the
it?
Fence podcast at gmail.com.
at / we don't care.
Yeah.
Right for that's the complaints
Yeah,
department.
that's the complaints.
/ that we don't care. That's the complaints department.
And we'll get back to you within 5 working days.
Yes, if you're listening with kids or young adults,
Send them to bed, man.
no, it's not even that. They're not going to hear no swear words. We have a swear jar, and we're very strict on it. It costs £1 per swear word, and all of us are broke, so we're
But they
gonna
might
try.
hear a swear word.
Yeah, so you might hear a swear word, but it's unlikely. Apologies in advance if you do, but there will be some adult themes, so they may not be.
One thing I want to get
appropriate.
across as well. Shout out R Mello.
Don't
We'll
know.
talk about him in a bit, but we as black men, and I think this is very, very important, is that we argue passionately. It's not aggressive. It's just passion. So if you hear us heated, it's not. Don't be afraid. Don't run from your sound wherever you're hearing us. It's just us passionately
Yeah.
debating. We
There's
are
no anger.
yes. No anger.
And we're using sound effects, so there's no real guns here.
Wow.
So if you hear a gunshot,
I didn't even know there was a
there's sound effects. Like it's fine. No one's.
Just know that the
no
love
one's
is real.
dying.
The love is genuine.
100%.
We're just gonna debate topics.
These are my brothers, man. 100%.
Amen.
And today's
100%.
topic's a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So basically,
You want to introduce it?
That body count.
Come on, Mike. Talk
Does
to us.
body count matter?
Mm.
And
We
does
talking
it
about
change?
murders, or we talking about murders in the past?
About a week ago. No, I'm joking.
I think it does. So sexual partners body count. Yeah?
Yes.
I
Yeah, not
think
that
it
teardrop
does.
kind.
My mentality was
Can a pussy have
At
teardrops?
the age that we are now, does it
Yo,
matter?
Jay, can a pussy have teardrops?
well, a cat's got 9
Mad.
lives. A cat's got 9 lives. After that, the pussy's dead, fam.
That's a swear word.
What
a
pussy?
swear word.
I was talking about cats. I was talking about cats.
No. Pay up.
Bruv, I was talking about
yeah.
cats. I said
no,
a cat has got 9 lives.
Yo,
After
That's not
that,
what
the
you're
pussy
talking
is
about.
dead.
That's not what he's talking
hey,
about.
what would your mother say, bro?
Yeah, what would your mother say? Hashtag that.
That is, yo, After that, it's dead, you know.
Bruv,
Wow.
it is though. It is.
Wow.
I'll find my wallet in a minute.
I think
still.
10's a high number.
10.
Bruv.
Nine.
It's a high number. No, that is a high number, fam.
But hold on, wait. You know what? We
So
have
we
to break
saying
it
women
down.
can't have sexual partners then?
Let's break it down.
No,
yeah?
you can, but recycle, bruv.
Because
Why are you running around with every
In
man
the
and
green
their
bin. You
friend?
got to throw it in the green bin.
Bruv.
For me, I think it all depends on when you started. Like, if you started at 17
Yeah.
and by the age of 30, your body counts 10, that's not bad in my eyes.
17 to 30, you said,
Yeah. That's
a-
not bad.
That's on average. Yeah.
That's
alright,
not bad.
cool.
It's not bad. I'd still
If you
feel
started
like
at
13
20,
years.
if you started at 28 and you had 10 man by 29, then
you're putting in work, fam.
It's not even
You're
one,
putting in work.
It's not even one man for the pum pum. It's 10 man for the pum pum.
You're putting
No,
in
no,
work.
it's a song. It's a song. I'm not having it.
You're putting in work.
Exactly.
Putting in work, bruv. Nah.
That's not even at 9 to 5. That's the overtime.
Fam.
That's
And that's the
Christmas
thing that-
bonus.
that's that 12 out of 3, 6, 5.
Listen, if you are out here trying to get the Christmas bonus with the pussy, then boy, I don't know what to say. But yeah. Nah, Jay, the 9 lives thing.
No, bruv, it's true though. It's true. It's
Alright,
true.
but then
Someone
do we not-
told me that, and I was like, you know what? Like, I can actually.
Do we
resonate
not
with
live in
that.
a patriarchal society then? Because as a guy,
Yes.
if you're 17 and then you're 30 and you've only slept with 9 women,
I'll tell you, you're bruv. Nah. Real talk, yeah. I know man that slept with a lot of women in it, and I tell them they're whores all the time. You're a slag, hoe bag,
That's black young. isn't it?
hoe bag.
Horse. You whore.
You are, fam. No, fam, I'm telling you.
no, it was the venom in the word slag. It was like, you slag. It's like when you pronounce the G like that, it's a different kind of
Listen,
rage.
They know who I'm talking about, you know.
No,
They
it's
know
a
what I'm talking
different
about.
kind
them,
of
I'm
rage,
telling you.
bro.
Oh, man.
They know I'm talking about them. No, real talk, bro. Like, no, if you're out there, if you're on some mad numbers, bro, like, nah, you're a hoe.
Well, what's mad numbers?
Like,
And what about life experience? Somebody argued this. What about people trying to experience life?
yeah, you can.
There's 7 billion people on Earth. What is 30 to some people?
Yeah, but when you go settle down, if you're saying you're fair
That's
dues,
them basketball numbers, bro.
fair dues, fair dues,
With the subs.
You know what I mean?
fair dues, you can say that, yeah. But then, if you're saying that you're experiencing life, you best be experiencing life all over the place. Because if that's 30 man or 30 gal within 3 postcodes, no, your calculations are wrong, bro.
Yeah, the postcode thing makes it this more tense because I think I remember speaking to you about it, and I think as a guy, no guy wants to be walking down the road holding his missus' hand, you know, smiling and grinning, and then
Nope.
everyone saying, "Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, I ain't seen you in a while." Like, that makes a guy's back up. Guys run
Can't bring
on
your
pride.
girl somewhere to someone's house and she's already got the Wi-Fi code. That's long, bro.
Ooh,
Mad.
ooh.
That's long. What would you do? What would you do? Like you brought someone. You know
Yeah,
she's got no
yeah.
data. You brought her to a party like a friend of a friend.
Why
or
would you know
something.
she's got no data?
No, because say you know we're talking. Like obviously that's your
Yeah,
girl.
let's just say.
You're talking.
Yeah.
You know she's got no data. You walk in the house. All you hear is bling 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 bling. All the messages on WhatsApp. What would your reaction be?
How you know him? Did he slide that 4th letter?
I don't know.
I'd love to take a picture of Mike's face right
I
now. The
don't know.
calculations, bro.
I don't know.
What would you say?
Like, bro, what? You know my man, yeah?
From when it's my man, you know, it's not
Exactly,
even names.
it's my man,
you know, my
yeah.
man, you know.
The thing is, does it matter
Man
the
crossed
way
his
they
arms
use
and
the numbers?
everything.
Because that's a discussion I had. Because if a girl said she slept with 2 people but it was in a threesome, I'm gonna look at her a bit differently. I'm not gonna lie.
If she said what?
I've slept with 2 people but it was in a threesome.
Is that what she said, yeah?
Yeah. So
Was it
she's
2
like,
females or 2 males?
is it male?
Yes. To me, it does.
Sorry.
Wait, hold on, wait. So if it's a female, yeah,
Yeah.
and she's with a guy and a girl,
Yes.
that's not 2 on her body count, though.
Why
Or
not?
Are you saying it is?
Wow, you're not saying a woman's a body count.
Whoa! Whoa! That's an
Whoa,
interesting
Nelly.
question.
Whoa, Nelly!
That's
You know what, Rue? He's
interesting
trying to go
question.
down right now.
No, I'm
What?
trying to wait. I'm going. I'm
What?
waiting.
What?
There we go. He's trying to go down the alphabet route.
What's that? No. Full man in.
I'm not saying the alphabet. That time when you did it,
What?
QRSTU.
Ah.
Yeah, that's where he's trying to
No,
go.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not trying to go
I'm
there?
not trying to go
Man.
there, I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to do that whole
I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But
No,
does
it's
a woman not count as a body count then?
no. I would say she does, but for me,
with or without the strap on.
they're different colors. Like it's like, you know,
I'm asking.
like it's in a different. It will go in its own
That
column.
was Mike's. That was Mike's.
It will go in its.
I'm
I tried to
asking.
ignore it, you know. I tried to skirt over
Okay,
it.
hold on. Wait. All right, so let me ask you a question.
Ask me.
So how does one person, join the body count?
I don't even want to say.
I'm asking
No,
what has to happen?
You gotta beat it.
I think Jared.
Okay, so then
Sorry.
this is what I'm
I
saying.
think Jay, Super J, is saying that when they rub their breasts and other parts together, that counts.
I never said that.
No, I think that's what he
I
was
think that's
trying to imply.
No, I think that's beautiful. It shouldn't be.
But what about then
It shouldn't be.
guys rub their dicks
That shouldn't be
together?
garnished with a. What?
I'm just saying. You said it's beautiful.
What are you?
mad.
What are you drinking?
Mount Gay. Shout out Mount Gay.
We're all too drunk for this.
Shout out Mount Gay. The drink is dope.
No,
The drink is dope.
I don't.
I gotta come to Barbados, man, and see where it's made. Honestly,
Yeah,
this
no,
stuff.
for real.
I got put onto this.
We're going Barbados for Carnival. They don't.
Yeah,
know it
shout
yet,
out if
but
you want to
we're
come with us to Carnival as well.
Yeah,
They've
man.
actually roped me into going Carnival. I wasn't going, but
But
I want
he
to go
is.
to. I want to go to Barbados Carnival. If this is the stuff that's being sold out there, I'm there. Honestly,
That's
I've
it.
not tasted a rum like this. Well, I don't really drink, man. I'm a sober person, man.
So back to what we're saying.
This guy. Yes.
Numbers on the board. Push the T.
Yeah, like.
So what's the cutoff number? What's when? Nah, man, you've been out here doing your thing.
For me, if a female is anywhere near 20,
20's
to
high,
be
man.
fair, even if you're over 50, if you're over 10, I'm not interested. If me personally, if you're over 10, I'm not interested.
You went from 20 to 50.
No.
I always add on 3 to whatever number they tell me.
Yeah.
What's their virgin?
There's 3, bro. But you know what though? I look at it differently now because I'm hitting a certain age, and you have to understand, as a single man, you kind of have to.
In the borough
Shit,
of
this
teenage
borough.
pregnancy. Yeah.
Right. I'm not talking about teenage.
No, but I'm saying in the borough.
Oh
where
yeah, he's the
teenage
young one,
pregnancy-
isn't it? Sorry,
In the
man.
borough
So I
where
didn't even
teenage
mean to
pregnancy
do
was
that.
high. Nah, that's mad. But I'm saying in the borough. Alright, you're not gonna be dumb. In the borough where teenage pregnancy was high, I know what you're saying. By the time that you get to see
Yeah.
these women, they've either got a kid or
They've
their
either
numbers
got-
are quite.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then, should we even care about numbers?
To a degree, because
I
a
think you have
great
to.
philosopher once said, if one key can open a door, then it's a good key. But if all the keys can open one door, then it's a bad door. Then it's a bad door.
You believe in try before you buy.
Oh.
So then,
Wait a second. Just before I dive in on that, what do you think? Jay?
No, I agree that it. I'm not gonna lie. If 10 men have gone there before me, I ain't gonna feel special, innit? Like if 10 men have run through it,
at the age that you are now,
yeah, I'm
should
not
that
gonna.
even matter?
What?
Yeah, but it depends on the
That's
capacity
if these
of your
walls can
relationship.
talk. That's if
No,
these
but
walls
it's
can
not
talk.
even just that. It depends on the capacity of your relationship. If you're just running through it, and I'm not saying that like some people are alright with that kind of stuff, innit? If you're just running through it,
The six of your woes.
then it's calm. It don't really matter. Do you know what I mean? It's probably a hell of a lot more than she's telling you, if you've even asked. But if you're,
Would you ask it?
would I ask?
Yeah.
If I said that, yeah, cool, this is gonna develop into a relationship, then yeah, it would have to be a question that gets asked. 100%.
For real, you'd actually
what if
ask
she
her what's your
lied?
body count.
Yeah.
What if she lied 2 years into it when you're already in love?
What?
If she don't beef me, I'm asking you a question.
No.
So if she said, Jay, I've slept with 5 men, right? 2 years in, she's like, I couldn't tell you because otherwise you wouldn't have looked at me. I've actually slept with 25 men.
That's love. Got to do.
Wow.
Got to
So
do
you cut
with
it
it.
after
With
you're
it.
in love?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah, fam. I'm young. It's fine.
Wow.
I'll find
Mike,
someone
what are you
new.
saying? 2 years in.
2
Love.
years.
Alright, 5 years in. 5
You
years
know
in.
what?
But the problem for me
Would be that you built it on a lie.
is you lied, and it's not even like you lied like a little like you could do like a little white lie. Oh, you're not, babes. Like I told
It
you, my
was
body
7.
count was it was 7. Like there were 2 guys that I didn't tell you about because like it was a part of my past that I weren't really happy with. That's different.
Yeah.
If you're telling me you were straight hoeing before we linked up,
Because that's like my +3 rule. So if you tell me 7, but 2 years down the line you said 10,
We're within that. Yeah.
I knew anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it
I expected that.
So I'll be like, it's cool. We can forget
So
about
is it when it goes above the +3 rule is when we have a problem?
Yeah. Because it's trust at the end
It's
of the
like
day.
a FIFA update though. They go. It is. They get that +3.
No!
You know what? I'll be
No,
honest.
you can't
Yeah?
call it a FIFA update.
I actually think
No.
it's silly.
No, go away.
What?
Go
It's
away.
true.
No.
It's a +5.
No.
+5 in some attributes. Like,
No.
Yeah, I'm just like.
I
at this
said
age-
a FIFA update.
It's a FIFA update.
I'm done.
Yeah, go on.
Super J
I think
signing
it's-
out.
I,
I'm done.
I think it's silly as well. I don't think I can't justify unless it's wild, unless it becomes wildly apparent. Like, I think when you're younger, when you're asking them ASL questions, then you're going to ask, like, you know, who you've been with.
Yeah.
But as you get older, unless, like, as I said, you're walking down the street or you go somewhere and everyone knows her.
Yeah.
Because
There's
the
no need to
problem...
ask that question.
Like, if I'm 20 years old and I'm looking for the love of my life and I find her, she's got like 30 man, like, it's long, bruv.
yeah.
It's long.
I
It's
always
long.
find it's kind of long.
And we're all from the same ends as well.
Fam.
Like, it's long.
As a
Bruv.
man or a woman, I find it's
I'll
long
be
if
lonely.
you've got the if you've got a number above your age. It's-
Riding on
that's
my lonely.
crazy.
Shout
Okay,
out
cool.
Bonkers.
But then what if, yeah, you get with a girl.
Yeah,
So we're from South. You get with a girl that's from West, yeah?
yeah,
And you go to her ends.
body count is mad.
crazy.
Crazy. Reckless. Savage mode, yeah? But
Two at a time.
all her dirt
Wow.
was done in West London, yeah?
Nope. I know people in West London.
Do you know what? And this comes back to
That
previous
best-
chat.
that
Social
stuff-
media. Social media gonna kill
That
you.
stuff best to happen in Baghdad.
Wow.
No, it best to happen in Baghdad or some
Baghdad.
foreign territory that we're never going back to, fam.
'Cause
Never.
you know what? That's the 6 degrees of separation. You know someone
Never.
who knows someone who knows someone who knows her.
Fam,
And
that's
it's mad when
happened.
it gets
But
back
it's
to you.
happened to me. It's happened to me. Not in a situation of relationship,
Yeah.
but yeah, that whole link of so how do you know so and so?
Yeah.
And then you're like, raw, like you make them connections. It wasn't that, but yeah, it's mad. It's mad, bruv.
Like, I understand. Like, a lot of
Maybe
women's
ignorance
argument
is
these
bliss.
days- a lot of women's argument these days is that, you know, you shouldn't, like the whole Amber Rose movement with the whole slut walk and thing like that. Like, you shouldn't look at us a certain way. I think the reason why men look at women a certain way sometimes is because they, you know, inherently put them on a pedestal. I know I put women on a pedestal because I think like you're better than us, men.
That's
are,
how I see black women, yeah.
yeah,
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Plug that. I like that. But
Yeah,
you know, like you're better than us, so I almost expect better. But it's not on them to do that for me. Just because I expect it doesn't mean that
Yeah.
they have to act that way. So if you want to enjoy your life, live it. But it just might not be the option for me because if you know what, if you're
true.
25 and you slept with 30 people, that just means that, as Jay said, I don't know if I'm going to feel special because there's so many people that have come before me. What's going
And
to
it
make
shows-
me stand out?
It shows how accessible you are as well. Like it shows
Man's
because
accessible like a floppy disk, you know? Like a floppy disk, just like a USB, just any system.
no, bro, it shows how accessible you are. Because
So do
if
we want our women not to be accessible?
because if you're saying 10 man have hit it this year, those 10, bruv, not all
Is
10
that
of
one, that's almost one a month.
bruv, not all 10 of those men are Prince Charming. I'm telling you that from now.
Yeah, a couple frogs.
Like, so that means, like, the level of interest, the level of the bar per se, is very, very low. So that's gonna make me question myself, because like, okay, you're really
Is that
into
not a
me.
pride issue within us, though?
No, because like I know I'm cool, but it's like, yeah, I don't know.
It is a pride thing.
I don't know.
Alright, so would you prefer to marry a woman that's a virgin compared to a woman that's got
Oh yeah,
numbers
of
on?
course,
Would you like to marry a virgin?
I would.
That's a lot of stress, you know.
Why?
Wow.
Do you
If
know
you're
why?
marrying it, you're
No,
there for life. So what's
no,
the
but
stress?
No, you know what? Do you know what it is?
You're not trying to
there's-
rock.
Do you want to just repeat that? Sorry,
I didn't say nothing. Go on.
Oh, okay. Do you know what it is? I don't know how you lot feel about it, but virginity and stuff is when you lose it, there's an attachment. There's like a forever attachment there.
That's
So-
good. Marriage is
No,
forever.
no, I'm saying that, and it's forever. But what if it becomes an unhealthy attachment? Is my thing. To the point where you get those bunny boilers, like you can't even look at another woman. I'll kill you. Like,
Well, you can get that with a woman that's not a virgin.
Yeah.
So like,
I was gonna say
Is
I
that the
can't.
D you're sliding? No.
I can't think of an unhealthy attachment to my wood from a woman. Like, I can't think of that scenario. I can't think of that scenario. They're all healthy, the ones that are in my mind. So it's cool. We can do that, bro.
Listen, I'm saying a woman's unhealthy attachment because there's some women that when they get in a relationship, you can't even say hello to another woman because they're out.
Yeah, but that would highlight itself before.
No, but that might be because if you're the one to break their virginity, they might feel like you belong to them.
No, you belong to me.
Nah.
No, I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm joking.
That's Super J, by the way.
I'm joking. Super J
Because
joking.
we've all seen women that are not virgin that do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, believe me.
Exactly.
Believe me.
Exactly.
I've met some
Yeah, I've
virgins
seen.
that are on a mad thing.
Listen,
as well.
you
I've seen what you've
virgins.
been through.
Listen, you virgins in inverted commas. You didn't learn that off no Pornhub. You've been practicing. Don't be trying. You've been practicing.
I've never done this before. And then she hits you with that.
Yeezy taught me.
I saw one
That
instance.
slurp, double gulp, double hand twist.
That's the vacuum.
Yeah, the seal vacuum.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Acting like Olympic gymnasts on that.
Shout them out still. Rate them. I rate them.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Numbers.
I think it's a pride thing.
It is a pride thing.
It's a pride thing.
Ah,
Because you
question,
just want to know
question.
that you're special. That's it.
Question then, yeah? You find a girl,
Yeah.
dealing with her now, move it to the next stage. It's like a relationship thing. You
Yeah.
like you lot are progressing calm, yeah?
Mm.
Let's throw it in there. So she's carrying a ute.
Yeah.
She ain't dropped it yet. And her body count is like 2. So it's low. It's real low. Now she's been in long
Got
relationships.
that low mileage.
No, say her body count's 3, yeah? She was in long relationships, but you only
So
know.
that's 6, but yeah.
No, but say you only know about 2 of them.
Yeah.
Long relationships, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she's carrying a ute, and then you find out one of them is someone you know. Maybe not necessarily your boy,
Yeah.
but someone that you know, like someone you still see, like on the regs.
Yeah.
What does that affect?
What can you do at that point?
So
Unless
before
you're Joel Santana. Listen, I know what he says in that line down,
what?
He says, I got another thing coming, not a baby, but a punch in the stomach. Believe me, I done it.
Wow.
Unless you're Joel. Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't even quote them, but
Nah,
that,
that's
listen,
a lot.
that didn't come from me.
That's me. Listen, unless that's Joel, unless you've got that Joel's crazy mindset, then as Mike said, what can you do at that point? What do you do?
So say there wasn't a baby involved.
What do you mean?
Say there wasn't a baby involved, but her body count's real low, but one of those is someone that you know. How does that affect you?
And it's not my boy.
It's not your boy, but he's in your circle or associated with your circle. Say it's your boy's boy.
It's all, like I said, it depends on your age.
And it depends on how braggadocious
Today,
he is.
right now.
It depends on how braggadocious he is. Because if he's like, oh,
Yeah,
right,
if,
you going
if
with...
it's one of them ones where
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to turn
going
up
with
to your
her.
wedding, like,
Man, drink that juice.
Listen, if it's one of those ones where someone's being disrespectful with it, like like Mike's just was. If someone's being
but that's just
braggadocious,
spoon it
like,
in.
oh, you know what? She's only been with 2 men, but I'm one of them. What are you saying? Like, you ain't about to do nothing.
No,
Then
on
obviously-
site. Now you get hurt for that still.
I
No,
hear that.
no.
Certain people X'd off lists still. But go on.
I'd expect the whole bigger man thing. If you come to me and talk nonsense like that, talk that crud. No.
Yeah, and we don't encourage violence in any way, but there's certain things we have to discuss. We got to talk.
Certain scenarios that it's very valid. That would be one of them.
Yeah, it's true. Like, as I said, numbers at this day and age,
it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't count. It shouldn't be a problem.
when does it become
Why
null
do you
and
say it
void?
shouldn't?
When did it become a problem?
No, but
always
you know
been a
what?
problem.
You know when it became a problem, as he said, when it started to tamper with the mind, the tapestry of the mind. If you are somebody that is
Because we
quite
want to feel like the
insecure-
man, innit?
Yeah, but it is.
That's all it is.
pride. But if you want to feel like, you know what, you're special to me, and I want to be replicated, I want to feel special to you, and you know that 50 other men, 60 other men, 70 other men have been there. What makes you feel special?
Listen,
makes
I
you
just
feel
want
special?
all the ladies that are listening right now, please, in the comment box, because I want to know what
And
it's
not
like
in
for
your
women.
box, but go on.
I want to know what it's like for women when they're finding their partners and when they're dating
It's a
someone.
fair point. And it's
I
to
wonder
be
how
fair,
they
it's
look
more-
at it.
Yeah, because
it's
if
much
you're
more
out
likely
here
for them.
slinging that D, if you're out here
It's much
slinging
more
that D,
likely for them to have that problem than us.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Well, boy, not in these days that we're living in.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Women,
Listen.
you lot are acting ratchet real like right now, but
Who?
women.
I thought you man. The way man said you lot, you know. Yeah, you
No,
get
not you
defensive.
lot.
You're like, who? Wait. Hey, I thought about my dog.
Listen, no,
Hello.
women for real. I want you to talk to
Well,
us
yeah.
and let us know. Like, obviously, we're just talking from a male's perspective, but I understand your point. If you are talking to a guy and he's slung the D to 30 women, like, what's your view on that? Are you looking at him like, yo, are you really looking to settle down because you're out here slinging that D, or like, do you feel special? Like, and what's your ideal number? Because I hear a lot of women. I've spoken to women talking about, I don't want a virgin. I want a guy that knows what he's doing.
Someone that's experienced.
But then what if it takes some people longer? It might take a guy 20 tries before he knows what he's doing.
It's true.
Exactly. That G-spot for some people is a myth. That G-spot doesn't exist. They got warrants out on that G-spot. No, they got warrants out on it. So, like, what if it takes him 25 tries before he finds it? And he doesn't want to recycle? What if he doesn't believe in that green bin? Maybe he just wants the black bin his whole life. I'm just saying. Jay over here choking.
Jesus.
Mad. On that mad game.
No, we should revisit this
Yeah, man.
and have a guest on.
Female.
Or female guest.
I was gonna say something reckless, but wait, we should have a female guest.
No,
on.
what were you going to say?
I was gonna say we should have a female with a high body count. But how
Wow.
I could bring one on, you know, and she would actually be
Ooh.
open to speaking about it.
Should be open in many more ways.
Wow.
But you want to try?
Wow, these says he's the married man in the room, you
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
You know why I asked? Because I don't want you lot to be filming no show in front of me, bruv. I just want to know.
Man
You
said
lot.
you lot. Man said you lot.
You
You
lot,
know.
listen, I'm happily married.
Exactly.
And what about Jay?
That's what I'm saying.
Jay's happily
Man's
married.
proper
But
threw
Jay,
me under
don't
the
act
bus,
like Jay,
you know.
don't act like Jay ain't looking for that naked carnival as well, bruv. Get out of here, man. I said that. Yeah, I said it. Listen, I'm
It's a
happily
wrap.
married.
I'm
Literally.
not even commenting. I'm not even here anymore.
Yeah, nah, she'll be down to speak.
I'm a sound engineer.
Would
I
you
go to
speak
events to
openly
work.
about it?
Hell yeah.
Which would be
I
good.
could even just call her and just put the phone to
Do you know what? It'll be good for some clarity because I want to know what goes through their heads. Like, because I think it's got to a point where a lot of women are like, look, we don't care. Like, essentially, like, if you like us, you like us.
And you know what? Hats off to them ones.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing
Live
as
your life,
well.
Because you're not trying to hide it now. Yeah, you're
that's
not
a
trying to hide it.
That's the thing as well. Is there like a reversal? Because I know back in the day, man used to be proud and boasty about their body count. So
Yeah.
how do women feel about, not even about the man's body count, but about themselves? Like if they know, I know I've fucked 15
It's
man.
funny.
How
Because
do
I'm
they
sure
feel
they
about
must
it?
get to a point where they feel like, right, am I a...
Yeah, that's
You
what
know
I'm
what I
wondering.
mean?
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
Because I don't think they're looking like, yeah, man, down this one, that one.
alright. So yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna invite someone in and we're
Yeah,
gonna
man.
discuss that further. Yeah. What do you man feel about racial preference? That when it comes to the other sex. Because I was involved in a chat the other day. I was involved in a talk.
Let me pour up another drink.
I was involved in a talk the other day, and someone was putting up a notion because I have a preference, and I think everybody in
Everyone has a
deep
preference.
down has a preference.
Of
yeah?
course.
But someone tried to come
Is your
forward.
preference a pose?
Huh? No, you're not serious. I'm not that guy, bro. But no,
Holds a goal.
someone put forward that having a racial preference is racist. How do you man feel about that?
No, because
I don't want to comment.
it's not racist because my racial preference is black women, but I have zero hate against white women. Do you know what I mean? So
What argument could be made that you see them differently, which is racial bias, no?
of course I see black women differently. But
Like, no, I'm playing
No, I was-
devil's advocate here, but you know, I'm trying to understand
No,
it from
I
their
agree with you.
perspective. I agree with you, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand it, but yeah, to me that's not racist at all. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Do you have a bilingual dick? Does it speak several languages?
I
No,
don't understand how
No, it
where
doesn't.
where he gets these
I don't know where he
these
gets that
statements
from.
from.
Jay, do you have a bilingual dick?
Do I have a do I
Mad, three
I'm
man in a
asking you a
room and he's
question.
coming out with this question.
No, I can ask the
You
question.
know, no more round for you. You're
No
done
more.
that here.
no more Mount Gay for Covey. That's it. No more. It's done. It's done. Lock
I'm
off.
asking you questions.
Rum get
Do
lock
you have
off.
do you have a bilingual dick? Meaning, do you speak the language of dick to many different types of ethnicities?
I don't know.
and
Wait,
cultures?
Fam, I'm not gonna lie, you're getting bare left right
I'm
now.
baffled.
You know, man said, "Do you speak the language of dick?" I want you to rephrase this immediately.
Wow.
bruv. Immediately.
You didn't hear. Listen.
No, wait.
Okay.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Sit back in the chair for a minute.
Say
Calm.
pause. No homo.
Pause.
No,
all
no,
of
I
that.
don't need to do anything.
No, you do, bruv. You do.
I
You
don't.
do. You
Listen,
do.
I asked you a question.
do.
I said, do you speak the language of dick to many of these chicks with different ethnicities? So meaning, are you providing services to women or have you provided services in your past? Because I know you're happily settled now.
Why can't you just say, do you like women from different races?
No,
Bro, man, I don't understand what
background.
language of dick is, bro.
Because I'm different. That's why. I'm different. So yeah, have you? All right, I'll do it the PC way. Have you spoken to women from different cultures and have you provided them
Nope.
the fourth letter?
Nope, I haven't.
I have been with women from different cultures.
I hear your past is like a Street Fighter stage, like literally Russia, South America, Brazil.
You see, this is why sometimes you realize you have pagans as friends. You know, like legit. Man said a Street Fighter page. You're a waste, man. Nah. I've seen women of different cultures. I love women of all around the world.
What's your favorite culture?
Black women, 100%. I love black women. For all types of black women as well. Not even just
What is
like
it, the seasoning?
Caribbean, African women, all of them. Like I love
Their
black
pussy
women.
have seasoning.
Huh? Bruv,
What's wrong with him?
nah.
He's drunk, you know?
So come get yo.
He's drunk. His
tell-
favorite is white woman, yeah, but he's married a black woman
No
to.
way.
Her
Come
favorite-
get your husband. Someone come pick up their husband,
You
please.
know what I mean?
Listen, my favorite is black women.
He's rocking in the chair, you know.
1,000,000%. You know what? And I came to that realization late. I can admit that. I
Came to that realization late.
Yeah, because I didn't realize the value of black culture on me personally in regards to black women and just knowing me as a black man and knowing everything
But
that I
you're
go through.
surrounded by black women.
Doesn't matter because if they aren't receptive of me until a certain point of which I want to be receptive of them, it doesn't matter. I could be surrounded by everything, but until I'm willing to open my eyes to it and say, this is what I want, doesn't matter, bro.
Thing is,
Doesn't matter. And I became
So I'm
receptive
eating
of that.
Pringles
And my love and my heart towards them just became, it's massive.
no, real. I can relate to that because I didn't appreciate dark skinned women until maybe
Erica Badu.
no, not even like a specific person. Maybe like 5 years ago. When
Seriously.
Well, I swear you've been
maybe
dating.
5, 6.
I swear you've been.
You know, my fiance is dark skinned, and I love her 100%. She's beautiful, all that. You know what I mean? But I never really started really feeling
Appreciating dark skin.
Yeah, like really appreciating
I
that
understand
until
that.
maybe like 5 years ago. Honestly,
Wow.
yeah. Like I was all about mix up.
Damn.
Back in the day, school times and stuff, I was all on that. Yeah, like I want as many different flags in there as possible, bro. A girl might be like like average. I don't rate girls like Kobe does, but she might be like
Government next to that name, you know, next to that statement. How you gonna throw my government, man?
Yeah, like
I don't rate girls,
she-
and there's nothing to prove it. There's no proof. Go on.
of course,
We got the promo. It's
That's
good
what I'm saying.
tomorrow.
Like, it's out there. They've heard it. It's out there. No, but back then, for me, a girl would seem more attractive if she told me that she could look exactly
So-
the same, but she was from bare different places. Like her background, I just loved
Mad.
it. To me, it was exotic. I don't know why.
See, for me, I remember, bro, from when we was in school, I used to say to Kay, when I was 14, 15, bruv, I need a Ghanaian wife. From
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
From
did.
early.
You did.
I caught on that late still.
Swear down.
I caught on that late. Yeah, I'm
Do you
not
know
gonna
what
lie.
it is?
Caught on that late.
Do you know what that is?
Love it now though.
Yeah.
Love it now.
Yeah, I needed more time. That's all it was.
Mm.
Like I think that, unfortunately for me, in some experiences, black women weren't particularly receptive to me. Although I started dating them, like my dating history before my beautiful black wife, queen, damn it. I dated a few black women, and that's when I became more receptive to them and their wants and all of that stuff like that. And that's when my appreciation for them grew. But before then, yeah, I dated Asian women. I dated white women before. And And I think it just came to who can relate to me the most and who I can share conversations and share my passions with. And I'm not saying that just because you're Asian and white, you can't share my passions. I'm just saying I felt a connection on a deeper level with the black women that I ended up dating. And I love black women, man.
No, I do. I agree with that.
I agree with that. I love all women. Real talk. I do.
No, I agree with that too.
Apart from those, I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
No. I'm about. I don't care. There's some women I can't stand, and there's a particular type of woman, and it's like, how do I classify
How did we
this?
get here?
Because we're talking about women. We're talking about which women we can't. You know what?
Racial preference. Huh?
Yeah. But you're going to a type.
Yeah, because it's racial preference.
So
what you're about to say is something to do with their race? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Go on.
It's the and it kind of relates to here as well, but I find it more in America because it's on more TV. It's the like the middle class, what you would deem as middle class white women that are just ignorant to a lot of things that are going on. They believe that everything they see. So they would be the ones like Obama didn't do nothing. I know going to America, I know we're in England, but I see a lot of similarities between there and here. Obama didn't do nothing, or Obama's this or this, how could he meet with Kim Jong-un, blah, 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 blah. Or how could he want to meet, but then they're congratulating Trump for the same thing?
Yeah.
It's people like that just, are willing to dismiss black culture and willing to dismiss
crackers,
things.
basically.
Wow.
I think you got to pay up for it. you have to pay up.
That's not a swear word.
Wow.
That's like saying...
It's not a swear word, bro. It's not a swear word.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
not everything.
Bruv, it's not a swear word. It's not a swear word.
Listen, Max, I'm kind of with you on that one. Still, that was mad. I was skating around it, Skating. Battersea Park. Skating.
Own that, by the way.
No, Super J said that still. No, real talk. No. I'm not on the fence business. You get a certain type of
Do you think that's for every culture? Because they say
if I could take a picture with Mike's right.
He just swore.
No, he said if I could take a picture of Mike's.
I said if I could take a
He
picture.
said if I could take a picture. So you think for every type of culture there is, do you think
wait. Before we get there, can I just own the statement that I just said? I said crack 100%. And hear why I say that.
What,
yeah?
Christmas?
Hear why I say that. Because I have no issue with white. I have no issue with white people, Caucasian people from anywhere. 100%. For me, when I say cracker, it's about your mentality. You don't need to be white to be a cracker. 100%. You need to have that whole.
A black person can be a cracker.
To a degree, bruv, I'm not even lying to you. Like, you hear about Uncle Tom's every day.
What is a cracker? I don't know.
You hear about Uncle Tom's every day, fam. It's about that whole mentality of more conforming to westernized values at the detriment of culture, at the detriment of people's culture.
You know what? He covered himself nicely,
No, I'm being real, bruv. I'm being real. Like, I know it sounded mad when I first said it, 100%. But real talk. Like, when you see them people that are...
when you cover yourself in glory. When you cover yourself in glory.
This guy's a
Only you two know what that's like.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not talking about necessarily just white people. I'm not talking about white people in general. But there is a group of people.
A demographic, right?
That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. There's a demographic that deal with that kind of stuff. So you see them, as Kay said, on the news, kind of diminishing what Obama's trying to do and then praising Trump doing the same thing and all that kind of stuff. Like them kind of situations. They'll see a situation like Black Lives Matter where people are trying to uplift and support each other through togetherness, and then say all lives matter or blue lives matter. Bruv, you can take off your uniform. We can't take off our skin. If we could get shot while we're sleeping on our bed, rude boy. You understand? Come talk to me about blue lives matter. So I'm getting a bit.
No, I like that. I like that. You're passionate. I like it.
No, it's true though. It's true. So that's what I'm saying in regards to that. I don't think that's racist at all. If you want to call me a racist, holler me. My Instagram _IamSuperJ. Let me know.
In regards to the racial thing about women, no, I think we're all allowed our preference. I think people are just hypersensitive these days, man. Like, if I just like sleeping with black women, then I like sleeping with black women. Like, what are you taking offense for? What you're showing me through being offended is that you like me, but it's just because I can't reciprocate those feelings for you.
Do
You
you-
have a problem with it.
Do you have anything against interracial relationships?
No, I don't.
No?
I'm looking at Mike's, and Mike's is gritting his teeth harder. I'm seeing. Listen. He could salt my plate. Yeah, he could salt my chips with all that gritting of the teeth. He could salt my chips.
Give me the opinion, Mike.
But I'm gonna let him speak in a second. I
Yeah.
don't. You know what? Love is love. And that's what comes into another topic when we talk about relationships, where I know Mike's ain't gonna agree, but love is love for me. So interracial relationships, it's lovely that two different cultures can find a point in which they can meet and expand.
Do you feel the same way about homosexuality?
Yes, I do. You know what? And it came. No, well, it did. Wait.
You're having a man.
Nah.
I'm
You know
having
what?
a bad day
You know
for
what?
myself.
It came from a long process. You know what? You lot are silly. Man.
You're mad.
No, let me finish.
He said to him, yeah.
Wait. Can I just point something out, yeah?
Listen.
K is an author, yet his choice of words today
Listen.
has been
No,
ridiculous,
let
bruv.
me finish. It came from a long process of thought. It did. Like, I had to really reevaluate myself because there were times when I thought, I'm gonna let this guy get his laugh off because he's being silly right now. It came from a real long process of thought because me, as I said, there were times when I was younger. I know, and reflecting on what I said. Well, hey, sing it. But I was, on reflection, really homophobic, and people could testify to this.
I was
really
too,
homophobic.
100%.
And it came to a point of where if you're not harming me, and what you have is genuine love, who am I to stand in your way? Like, there's certain things where I draw the line and I toe the line, and that's because I'm not there as a human yet to accept it. Because in my own journey, I don't think like I've had enough exposure to understand it completely.
Okay.
But in regards to homosexuality, as I said before, and I had to look at myself, and there were some of the things that I said that I didn't like about myself in regards to moving forward. And so, you know, it's the same rules for me. Like, if you're gonna, like, I personally wouldn't disclose my details of a dirty weekend with my wife with anyone. I'd want someone to extend the same. I'd want someone to extend the same courtesy to me if you are gay.
Yeah.
Like, and that's your choice.
That's my problem with that kind of stuff. I have no.
Let me
problem,
let you speak, God.
I have no problem with gay people. I know I've got friends that are in homosexual relationships, male and female.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, love is love. As you said, I agree with that statement wholeheartedly. But the problem
We gotta let Mike speak in a minute because
No,
he's
I
just
wanna come
gritting
to that.
bare salt, bruv. I swear, if it snows tomorrow, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Go on.
But yeah, the problem I have is because of everything, because of the history behind homosexuality and stuff like that in our society, in our cultures. It's almost like I feel, and this is generalizing. I do admit that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that sometimes they have this mentality where they have to.
Ooh, they.
Because I'm generalizing.
Pronoun.
Yeah,
Go
no, I'm generalizing, and I want to say I'm talking about a specific demographic again.
Okay.
It's like they have to, because they're allowed to now, and because now it's becoming accepted and it's legal and all this kind of stuff. Like, they're like out there with it. So as you said, like lipsing up at a bus stop, feeling up on the bus and all them kind of thing. They're like, yeah, well, I'm gay and I'm proud. I'm allowed to do this stuff. I hear you, but there's a certain level of just decorum. It's not to do with you being gay, heterosexual, whatever your orientation is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just a certain level of, you do them things in your yard, bro. Like, you don't need to do that stuff out on road. Do you know
That's
what I
your
mean?
culture, though, but I understand you. That's your culture. Like, for me, I completely understand you because there's certain things I won't do. And you wouldn't expect it of others, but what we have to understand is that some of these people, that our culture doesn't apply to them, so they're gonna do that stuff.
But I don't
and
think
not
it's
feel
culture.
away
I
about
think
it.
it's just general human beingness, bro. Because like, even in not
That's
even
got to be a hashtag, by the way. General human beingness. I
yeah,
like that.
bro. I'm gonna give myself a. Give myself a canon for that. 100% general human beingness. Like,
What's this being the Oxford Dictionary next year?
I want my picture next to it. Bare grinning teeth. Shiny ballad. Done no.
Jeez, international.
Original.
Max, I want to hear your point because you were,
What
as I
point?
said, what do you mean? What point? You
So
know what?
let's. I want to go back to the root where the facial expression started.
Exactly.
Interracial relationships. Talk to me.
Talk to him. Interracial relationships.
What's your thoughts?
I just love love.
Please don't lie to our listeners.
Can
man.
I take a picture of you? I want to take the picture of a face of a
Go
lion.
for it. I just love love, man. If you're in love and you're happy
Yeah.
and you're
You're
spreading
cool with it.
positivity, go for it.
Mm.
There is a part of me,
Yeah.
you know, and I see.
Just say it.
Just say it, bro. Say it. Do it.
There's still a part of my brain that has an immature side to it. And yeah, I
Okay.
don't like seeing interracial relationships sometimes. I don't.
Why?
I feel like I come from an era where, you know, you should. This is gonna sound so mad,
Go on.
but
Go on.
stick to your own.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like you should stick to your own. You should build together.
But you said
Keep
that
it
you want a
within your-
Ghanaian wife.
Yeah, she's a black woman. I'm black as well. Don't need to
Okay.
get technical about what country you're from. Now, come on, man. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. I still have that part of me. Unfortunately, like, I shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? If a black man and a black woman or black woman and a white man want to be together, they should be together, and they're allowed to be together. You know what I mean? We're all human. That's it. There's one race, and that's human race. Do you know what I mean? But I do have that side of me, man. Can't lie. Sometimes I see a black man that's doing well when he's rolling around with a white woman next to him. Like, come on, man. You could have went and got a Nubian queen, man. Do you know what I mean? But you know what? If you love each other and you're happy and you're spreading positivity, who am I to say anything? Do you know what I mean? And that's the same with homosexuality as well.
Really?
I'm not here for it, but if you're happy, you're happy. I just don't want to see it in my face.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it.
I agree with that. Because the thing is, I don't go out and do public display with my fiance.
Yeah.
Like,
I
as
might,
like
I might
every-
grab my Mrs. Bum. I don't care.
No, I
Cool,
don't
but if
really
you're
do
on a
that.
tube, would you want to see a man and woman having sex on the same tube as you?
That's a bit extreme.
That's a
Come
good
on.
story.
No, but I'm
That's
asking you
a
a
bit
question. No, but I'm
extreme.
asking you a question.
I know they're good.
Because that's original pervert, you know.
This man will get his camera out, you
That's what
know,
I'm
get
saying.
his phone out.
It's a Snapchat generation, but no,
There you go,
would-
technology.
No, I would- exactly.
Help you.
No, I wouldn't want to see that. No, because I feel like, as Jay said, there's certain things behind closed doors.
Sometimes it just feels
That's it.
forced. Sometimes some of the displays, it is a display. You're not doing it because you're feeling suddenly mad passionate about your partner.
But you know what?
You're doing it because you want to make a scene.
But can we justify that? Because that's our opinion.
No, but sometimes you can see it. Like, but fair dues, like we're like nobody in this room is homosexual, but we're all human beings, and
Yeah.
we can see a outright.
Like,
Fair enough.
I'm
yeah.
making a point. Like if you're lipsing but you're looking around,
Yeah.
you're not in the moment, fam.
yeah,
You're
you're
looking to see if you're inciting a
course.
reaction.
Yeah.
And it's, oh yeah, nah, you know what? I'm actually terrible with it. Because even like, if I see a couple of opposite sex and they're just like cuddling up or whatever, just waiting at a bus stop or in a restaurant, I pay no mind to it. But you see the minute that it's the same sex, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I've got some growth to do, man. But
Yeah, no, it's individual.
Do you know what? The first
but I
step is
used to be that.
acceptance.
I used to be that. You need to remember, like, we're all part Caribbean at least,
yeah,
and that culture, like, is
Banda Chichi
very,
man, for
yeah,
real.
it's very, very anti homosexual.
It is.
Like, it's very
And Jamaica's nuts. bro.
anthems, fam. Like, there's some bangers that I will still play today because it's a banger, but it is against that.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a bit.
Give me fire, let me bun them, bruv. For
my
real.
crew, my dogs, set rules, set.
You know
love.
what? It's but
Represent-
where
so
does
that's
that come
a
from?
banger.
Is it a fear of not knowing, or is it a fear? Because some people try to
Nah,
justify
bro,
it as
I'm sorry, yeah. And
No,
this
but
is
is
gonna
it-
sound mad,
go
but
on.
majority of these people, they look at it in a religious sense, innit?
I was gonna say that. That's the next thing I
And
was
when you
gonna
look
say.
at it like that, is man's supposed to be a woman,
Adam and Eve,
woman's
not
supposed
Adam
to
and
be with
Steve.
man, and you're here to reproduce, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So from that, that's gonna stick with you from when you're born up until you're dead, and that's where it comes from. Do you know what I mean?
Because some of people, bring up that argument of how, like, are you going to reproduce? But obviously with the whole IVF and adoption thing.
Yeah, but it's not natural.
Yeah, but there's some women that can't give birth. What do you say to that?
That's different.
How?
That's different, bro. That's different to two men trying to have a baby.
But they can't give birth. It's the same.
Yeah, I don't. I have the problem I have with same-sex couples having children.
Yeah.
Is I feel, and as much as in our community there's a lot of displays of it not happening, I feel that you need, to a degree, a family unit. You need to display both sides of the coin. You need masculinity and femininity. It's a balance.
But then what about single parent houses?
Huh?
What about single parent houses?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I know, especially in our community, it's predominantly single parent houses.
Even then,
but there's still a reference point.
In those same-sex relationships, the funny thing is, you've got one that's masculine, one that's feminine.
It's true. It's true. But again, I don't know what. I was just about to say, I don't know what kind of message that's sending. But yeah, as you said, we've got.
To me, it's confusing, and that's what it is. It creates a bunch of confused children.
Yeah, that's where you get kids coming to
identify
as whatever.
I was reading something here, and what did the guy say? He said,
Wakanda.
Nah, but he's talking about like one of them butch lesbian women, yeah. You know, like the ones that probably think they're a man, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, bruv, don't come talk to me these times when you go to the toilet. You gotta sit down. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Now remember, you can never be me.
Wow. No. Wow. Wow.
I was done.
Wow.
That's reckless. That's reckless.
But you got people now that's doing the whole operation.
What,
that 3-4 stage where they get everything and
you're
oh,
still.
See? Okay, but that bit
I'm
touches
not
you
there
though.
for growth. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
As far as I'm concerned, that don't change nothing. Like,
Still a woman.
Like the whole gender thing for me, like where people say I'm identify as this because I feel like this. No, but
Because you could identify as an umbrella.
Fam, I said, bruv, I had this argument with my fiance.
Yeah, I'm ready to be a
not
tree.
even a couple days ago.
That's it. I'm a
fam.
tree from now on.
Literally, fam, I am a gold bar. I am a bar of gold. Literally. I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to cut my toenail and give it to someone, expect them to take it. This is a piece of gold, you know, because I identify as gold. Simmy.
I'm not there yet with
the dog.
growth. So listeners, if you're listening, this is somewhere where I might seem ignorant on, but the whole gender thing just escapes me. I think we started going downhill from where people could call themselves Jedis.
Oh yeah,
on the voting system.
I think
really, like to say that there's. I mean, Facebook. I think I saw an update the other day.
I can't hate on Jedis though. Sorry.
71 different genders, bro.
Yeah, man. Imagine when I went to do my exam for the alcohol license a few weeks back, yeah.
Jeez,
and you had to
pass as well. Jeez,
you had to tick your ethnicity. They didn't have one for black, like Caribbean, black British, or black African.
They had something like
so what did they have?
Something wild like that.
They had mixed race, and they had other.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
other
sign. Man said mixed
like
race.
You know, it was so bad to a point where the white people in the room, when they looked at me and T that I went with, they looked at us. They felt bad for us. Said to guys, like, what am I meant to take? I'm not ticking other. I'm not ticking other. Other, bro.
2018, we've really got other, and we've not got black Caribbean or black African,
bruv.
Or black British.
That's mad. I don't know.
I don't know what to say to that. You know.
I don't know.
People got to fix up, man. That's disappointing, man. It's 2018. We ain't living in Django times. What the hell is this?
71 genders, but we're still other.
71 genders is a wind up. I'm sorry. Anyone who's listening, who's going through the process of, or you might be changing from a man to a woman, from a woman to a man, I invite you to message us and give us some more depth on this. Especially me, it might not be these brothers. They might be more clued up
need
than
it
me,
because I don't understand.
But I don't understand. Like identifying as
I'll
somebody
be honest
else.
though, I don't want to understand. I'll be honest, I don't want to understand.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes, though.
Keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
Do you think we're then hypersensitive because we then created these lanes for which people are allowed to speak?
I didn't create the names.
Like,
no,
we're
but
way too
these lanes have been created. So, Mike, say for instance tomorrow I say that I feel like I want to be an umbrella, yeah,
and
you have to respect me as an umbrella.
With I'm not even gonna say that. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
It's ridiculous, man.
Nothing. It's mad.
But then it's my beliefs. I believe that when it's raining, I'm going to shower, and I'm going to cover everybody with my love. I'm an umbrella.
I'm gonna call you Kanye.
Listen, if I'm buck, listen, and this is why I'm gonna get angry. If I ever see a pastafarian, you better run the other way. Stop taking the piss. Yeah, you're taking the piss now. Have you never heard of pastafarians that pray to the big pasta god in the sky?
You're lying.
I'm not lying. Search it up. If I see one of you,
let me get my Google.
Listen, get your Google on.
Bro.
If I see any of you, and this is the only message of violence I'll try to speak, please don't come and talk to me.
But what's the problem with that though?
A pastafarian. Are you taking the mic?
Wow.
Nah.
Pastafarianism, you know.
I told you. Why you think I'm lying about these things? I told you.
Oh, bro.
Like I'm not Jamaican. I'm not
fair,
somebody.
To be fair, some people would say it's just as far fetched as the other religions that we have out there.
Wow.
Some people. I said some
wow.
people. I said some people.
Wow.
I said
You
some
know
people.
what?
I said some people.
Mike's, listen. I'm taking.
I said some people. I never said no names.
I'm just waiting for Mike because he about to say something crazy right now. He's gearing up. He's gearing up.
Bruv, it says it's a social movement that promotes a light-hearted view on religion.
Yeah.
Pastafarianism. Pasta.
Like I said.
It's racism still. You're using Uncle Ben's. Exactly. It's racism still. You're using Uncle Ben's. You ain't from our block. You can't use it.
Exactly. From our block.
Exactly. You ain't from my chopping board.
No,
you ain't from my
listen to this.
microwave.
Do you want to know what the name of the
Please.
of the holiday that they celebrate?
What?
Go on.
Do you know what the name of the holiday is?
What?
It's called Holiday.
What? It's just called holiday.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've gone far too far, man. From when we can have pastafarianism as a religion.
Holiday.
You know, we're gonna start religion.
Listen.
We're gonna start religion.
By the way, holiday does not take place on a specific date so much as it is the holiday season itself.
No, that's banging. No, that's sick. That's sick. They get
Well,
siren.
I'm going on Wikipedia tonight and I'm creating my own.
They get siren.
What are we creating? We're creating a religion as well. What are we creating?
Off the fence in this.
In it, off the fenceism.
But in the mic.
Listen, pastafarianism.
Oh man.
I just think that's a subtle shot at like Rastafarianism. Like, why would pastafarianism?
Yeah, there's no need for that, man.
It's one of those things where.
But you said it's as far fetched as other religions, so I'm trying.
No. I said it. Some people.
You can run, but you Quran hide. Shout out to Wale. That bar was tough. But go on.
I said some people may think that it's as far-fetched a story as some of the bases of other religions that are considered mainstream that are out there. Because like the basis of some of the religions that are out there aren't necessarily factual or based on anything other than the same stories. Even if we go to Rastafarianism, I've got plenty of people in my family that are Rasta, and my family's from Jamaica, so that's very close to my heart and stuff. Yeah. But the whole thing about weed is they worship it because it grew on the grave of King Selassie. Coincidence that weed grew on his grave. That's why they worship it and smoke it and all this kind of stuff. Like, what if it was a blueberry? No, fam, what if it was a blueberry? What if it was asparagus?
Ladies and gentlemen,
what if it was asparagus?
That's Super J.
I hope you've enjoyed the session. Hope you enjoyed our first episode.
You know what? No, real
please
talk,
leave a comment, man.
Thank you so
Instagram
much.
Off the Fence Podcast.
Yep. What would your mother say?
Hashtag what would your mother say?
Don't know.
Yes, I'm a ganja.
100%. 100%.
Call me the ganja.
Make sure you lock in 2 weeks' time for the next episode.
Yep.
We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear what you think. It's not just us talking. It's a conversation. We want to incite a conversation. We want to hear
the key things. I think the numbers matter, and the last thing we're talking about,
racial
and to be fair, anything, even the little segues that we spoke about, whatever you want to engage in, message us. All of our Instagrams will be down below. The main Instagram will be down below.
I think the main ones are Mello. Just plug him with everything.
He gets send that all to him, you know. Yeah, everything will be there. Get in contact. And yeah, if you've got this far, thank you for your listening ears. We know you've been waiting for a bit. Thank you to everyone who's been supporting the promo stuff we've been putting out and listening to little snippets and stuff. We really, really appreciate the support. All the likes, all the following, all the views.
Yeah, they love you even if you're transgender or going through some crazy stuff.
No, but I've got love for everybody, innit? There's certain things I don't understand.
Black men go pick up a black woman, yeah? Scene.
Wow. I'm open to anybody convincing me of something other than what I have a mind frame of. Literally. Like, I'm very open-minded. Like, I believe what I believe, but if you want to sit down and come tell me something, come down and tell me something. So details are below. If you have an opinion, come true. We've been Off the Fence Podcast.
OTF.
Love, blessings.
To the world.